What's good, Bulls fans? As we head into a new era of the Chicago Bulls, we had the introductory press conference of both Caleb Wilson and Dalen Swain. And listen, introductory press conferences are full of the same usual happy to be here answers. But these rookies, they didn't answer the typical way. We're going to talk about it all and more, but you know what we got to do first. What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the shits, y'all. Hey, how y'all feeling, man? How's everybody feeling today, man? I'll tell y'all what. This press conference was everything that I needed to see from these rookies. And I know press conferences can be a lot of fluff. It's usually all the same answers, all that type of stuff. But these Bulls rookies are different. Do y'all hear me? They different. And I think there's a number of things that we need to talk about in regards to this one, man. So first, of course, you get your rookies, your first round picks officially announced as Chicago Bulls with Bryson Graham sitting right there beside them as well. This felt like more than just your typical PR, right? It felt like two people that wanted to be here, right? And so we got a number of things to talk about. We're going to start off with Caleb Wilson. Wilson talked about his fit in Tiago Splitter's offense and the system and all that. And I love what he said here, and I love the mindset that you could tell that Caleb Wilson is somebody who loves basketball. And that is a big part of this as well, is that when you have people that love basketball, then on top of that, want it to be here, things are different, right? So we talked about his fit in Tiago Splitter's system, talking about his rebounding, pushing the pace, setting hard screens, transition creation, on-ball creation, right? And he talked about why those little things matter in Tiago Splitter's system. Let me say this, right? And I'm going to leave it here. And this isn't necessarily to be comparative, but it's just to be real. Have we ever heard Patrick Williams ever talk about understanding a system? Have we ever heard Patrick Williams say anything else other than I'm a hooper? Have we heard anything like that? No. So it's different here in regards to this one. This team, these players, these rookies, they feel different. And that's the part that I really love about all of this, is that it's legitimately a different feeling around this team and the way that they are getting stuff done and going about it. And I love that part of it, right? So he talked about his fit in Tiago Splitter's system, which I think is really good. That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to see from these rookies in regards to it. So I love hearing that part of it. And the fact that you are hearing somebody that really pays attention to what they're trying to do here, man. And you know, Caleb Wilson is already a different type of person. The hell happened there? All right, I had an echo for a minute. A different type of cat. And so I love hearing these aspects of him. So love hearing that. He talked about the versatility and how it can help unlock a faster, more connected Chicago Bulls offense. And that's going to be real big important. I'm somebody who I don't like always putting a bunch of stuff on rookies, right? Like, I think typically with rookies, you always want them to let it come to them, basically, is what I mean by that. In this case, you're really allowing a rookie to set a tone for you. And he's going to set a big tone for the Chicago Bulls team. I think you got to continue allowing that to happen for this team. My bad. I saw y'all comments on the sound only coming from one side, so I fixed that. Let me know if that's going better for y'all now. So you saw that, and he's talking about the little things and how they matter, and his confidence, right? The Rookie of the Year talk. Let's sit there and talk about that for a second. Wilson openly said that he expects to win Rookie of the Year. Not something that he just wants to do. He expects to win Rookie of the Year. That means you got to come out there with that fire, my boy. You got to come out there with that heat, my boy. You got to be coming out there trying to kill, my boy. And so, I love hearing that from Caleb Wilson, but that's not a surprise. In learning about Caleb Wilson as a person throughout this draft process and this offseason that we've had, is that Caleb is somebody who has that dog mentality. He has the alpha type mentality. Now, is he going to be a alpha on the court? that remains to be seen. He's going to have to go out and prove that. But at least he has the thing I always talk about, right, is like you have your example of KGs, right? Amazing leaders, fiery competitors, came in and was a leader from day one. But then you have your Michael Kidd-Gilchrists. Like for my that's a deep cut for some basketball fans, but many will remember Michael Kidd-Gilchrist with the Charlotte Bobcats also was somebody who came in with that fire. He said, hey, y'all going to have to learn how to play with me. We're not going to lose while I'm on the court. That's not going to happen. He had the right mentality. And everybody talked about, the Bobcats are going to get the playoffs because Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is going to force them to do it. The motherfucker couldn't do shit on the basketball court. Now, I'm just using that. Not that I'm worried about that with Caleb Wilson. I'll just use that to put an example of you can have the right mindset, you can have the right mentality, you can say the right things, but it comes out in how you put it into how you live it. You got to live it. And so Caleb Wilson is saying the right things. He has that mentality of an alpha, but it's how do you live it? And that's what he's going to have to show here. He's going to have to live that day in and day out, right? And so the opportunity that Caleb Wilson is going to have here, he's going to have the ball. He's going to have opportunities to win Rookie of the Year. He's going to have those opportunities to show and prove that he's a dog and that he's like that. But it has to come through him showing it on the basketball court. Every single day he's going to have to do that, right? But there's going to be huge opportunity for him. And I think when you look at the situations between A.J. Dybantsa, Darryn Peterson, and Cam Boozer, which he did talk about, Cam is going to be in a spot, too, where I think a lot's going to go through him. But he still got Ace Bailey in Memphis, but they're not going to be really good. Like, Memphis is not shaped up to be a really good team, so he's going to have him and Cedric Howard. You got Darryn Peterson in Memphis, which, in Utah, which is going to be interesting enough. I do think they're going to be a solid team, but he's going to have to share a backcourt with Keontae George. And then you got A.J. Dybantsa, who's going to a team with Anthony Davis and Trae Young on it, with Trey Johnson that they already drafted. Caleb Wilson is going to have a huge opportunity here to show and prove. And we'll see. We'll see, right? So that's what the part with Caleb Wilson. I love the mindset, love the mentality, love the heat. You can tell that this is somebody who cares about basketball. He gives a damn about the game of basketball, and that's something that I absolutely love. But then let's talk about the other side of this. Dalen Swain. Dalen Swain talked about how he grew up actually as a point guard, which actually makes a lot of sense for when you think about how Dalen Swain plays, right? Like, Dalen Swain is very, an amazing isolation scorer, really good defender, but he plays that tough kind of bodyguard game. And many will remember, if you don't know where the term bodyguard comes from, that comes from Baron Davis. He was the one that used to label a bodyguard because he used to body people up playing that point guard position. So I hear that with that, right? He talked about how that's why he attacks downhill, the ball handling that he has, the ability to finish through contact, draw that contact. I think that the production that he had and the development is that he has more than just a role player. I've seen a lot of kind of conversations around Dalen Swain over the last couple of days of Bulls fans saying or asking, is he going to be somebody who's just a role player? And I don't think that. I think when you look at him and how he performs in the mentality and what his skill set was and how good he was at a lot of things, Dalen Swain has tons of upside. Now, I'm not saying that it's equal to Caleb Wilson's upside, but I think he has tons of upside in regards to it. I think also, they talked about a Denny Advia style development path if Splitter leans in him playing more of a point forward type role, which we'll see. Like, I think that Swain is gonna play some shooting guard here personally. But I do think that he's that type of player. Dalen Swain has the type of game where he's really moldable right now. The form on the shot is decent. The release is a little low, though, and it's slow, so he's going to have to work on that. But the way he puts the ball on the floor, the way that he can get downhill, if you put him in isolation, he's going to draw a foul. He's going to get out in transition. He's smart. He understands how to pass, right? And, I've heard comparisons for Dalen Swain from Dylan Harper. People have made comparisons to that. A more athletic DeMar DeRozan is a good case. SGA, which Corn just made. So Summer League's going to be fun. We're going to get to see these guys really get to do a lot and open up their bag some. And I'm a bit excited about that. And in fact, by the way, y'all let me know if everything's going right on the stream. I got my streaming computer. I literally took it apart. I remember the last time I tried to stream from my streaming computer, nothing worked, and then I had to take the stream down. But make sure let me know sound, video, everything if it's looking good on y'all. It looks good on my side, but make sure it looks good on y'all side. But so, you have that mentality of Dalen Swain, and I think that he's going to really attack this period for him as well. When you have lineups of Giddey, Swain, Modest, and Caleb Wilson in, you better watch your head. All those players can dunk. All those players are going to get up. Well, Josh Giddey's not going to get up. He's the facilitator in that. But you put a lot of rim runners with Giddey if you do that. And I think that's something that really stands out there as well. So Dalen Swain, I love the part of that and hearing that the Denny Advia kind of development path, because keep in mind, Thiago Splitter did play Denny Advia at point guard some too. So I think that that's really good. But damn, I don't have a hat on. Hold on, y'all. That's how y'all know I was excited. I didn't even think about putting no hat on. I set up the stream and came right to it. But now y'all know Haize ain't bald. With that said, I really like that part of Dalen Swain, man. And I think things are looking really good for Swain. I think that's a good thing to see and continue to develop on. After that, Bryson Graham. Bryson Graham talked a little bit about the flexibility, the open roster spots that they have. A lot's been made of selling the second-round picks and things like that. So I think that's solid for that team. Wow. That's crazy. So Bryson Graham, just little tidbits that we got from Bryson Graham. Cam Jones, for people who've been bringing up Cam Jones, I don't think he's part of the Bulls' long-term future. I think that, he has a partial guarantee date. I would not be surprised if Cam Jones is waived and they don't pick up his contract. He's probably not even going to be with the team past the summer league or in training camp. I think that what I think Cam Jones and what they mean by flexibility is this, right? And I think that Cam Jones is flexible because you can offer him in trades, right? And then the team can cut him without having to pay his full salary. So I think that that's probably something that to think about is whatever Cam Jones's guarantee date is, I guarantee he's probably not going to be on the team past that date. They're probably going to try to move him and trade him, include him in trades. That way they don't have to give up. He can be a matching salary in a trade. Think about it this way. If the Bulls are taking on, I'm just using a player as an example. Let's say the Bulls are taking on Cam Johnson's contract with the Denver Nuggets. And the Bulls are just absorbing that so they can re-sign Peyton Watson. Rather than even send out a second-round pick, you can send out Cam Jones in that trade because the Bulls can absorb all of Cam Johnson's contract, and then the Denver Nuggets can non-guarantee take away the partial guarantee on Cam Jones's contract, and boom, they're good. So I think that's what you're looking at with Cam Jones. The guarantee date on his contract is – I want to make sure I'm not talking out the side of my neck here. The guarantee on his contract is 6/30. So that is in 4 days. So in 4 days. So they basically have 4 days to decide if they're going to guarantee his contract. There you go. If not, it's only 100,000 or 1 million guaranteed of it. So there you go on that one. It's probably how they're going to look at that. So that's it in regards to it. I think that, it makes more sense when you talk about the flexibility in the second round and maintaining flexibility, and they still went out and got some really good UDFAs in here as well that I think are going to have a chance to make the G League team. And I think we're going to talk about that in regards to it. But with that said, we also now know the dates of the Chicago Bulls summer league schedule as well, which I think was really good to be able to see. So for that, we know that the Bulls are going to be taking on the Bulls versus Grizzlies. That means Caleb Wilson versus Cam Boozer. We also take on the Jazz, so we're going to see Darryn Peterson. We also take on the Wizards, so we're going to see AJ Dybantsa. And we take on the Lakers, so we're going to see Cameron Carr. I think whoever made this schedule, they knew exactly what they were doing to Chicago Bulls fans. They knew exactly what they were doing to Chicago Bulls fans. So you mean to tell me that you created a summer league schedule where the team is going to face off against all the other top 3 picks and the player that many Chicago Bulls fans wanted to get drafted here? So it's going to be, we may even do live streams for these summer league games. I'm definitely doing post-game shows for them because we're taking on AJ Dybantsa, Cam Boozer, Darryn Peterson, and Cam Carr. You goddamn right we going live for all of that, man. The NBA know exactly what they doing. So Summer League is right around the corner. It's going to be fun. It starts July 10th. That's against the Grizzlies. July 13th against the Jazz. July 14th against the Wizards. And then we wrap it up July 16th. But the NBA knows exactly what they doing, bro. They know exactly what they doing. And you know what? Shout out to them. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how to get people to tune in because there are going to be tons of Bulls fans that tune in ready to say that, oh, my God, you saw Cam Carr was better than Dalen Swain? See, we should have drafted Cam Carr. Oh, my God. You know it's going to happen. But it is what it is, man. We pray for days like this, man. It is what it is. It's going to be fun. We're going to see what it's going to be is all that. Shout out to Not Me, man. Appreciate you, brother, with the support. Man, that is crazy. That's crazy. But I love these rookies, man. I like what we have here. I like the mentality. I like how it adds something that we've been missing, and that's edge to the Chicago Bulls team for sure. And now let's go out here and get it done. It's all about proving it now. Show and prove. Show us what you got, and then let's see where the chips fall after that. So that's it. I'm not going to belabor the point, try to draw out the live stream too much in regards to it, but I just wanted to talk about that. I didn't want to wait till tomorrow's daily episode to talk about it. BG, Splitter, Caleb, and Swain have really got me believing in these Bulls. Man, banner number 7 coming soon. I mean, hey, let's hope so. We'll see what's going to happen in that. We'll see what's going to happen. See what's going to happen. The two ways, yeah, I like the two ways. I like the two ways a lot. Toby Owaka, the fact that we got the number 1 rated UDFA, we'll see if that means anything or not, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll see. Summer League is street ball at its best. That's why I don't think Summer League's really street ball. In my personal opinion, it's a sloppy brand of Summer League basketball is not good basketball. Like generally, it's not good basketball. That's why you got to have an emotional investment. Like for example, if the years where the Bulls have no draft picks and if they had none of their young guys playing in the Summer League, I'm not tuning into that shit. I'm not tuning into that shit at all. So. But we'll see what's going to happen there. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in, man. You guys are nothing less than amazing. I'm glad that my streaming computer is back up and running the right way. But I love you guys. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. We've been gaining about 1.2-ish thousand subscribers every month. We need to double that. I need to get to 50,000 subscribers by the start of the season. No, hit that subscribe button, though. In exchange for that, as you guys cannot tell, we'll be giving you guys some of the best, the most daily and the most fun Bulls content that you're going to find on YouTube or podcasting. So make sure you guys stay in tune with us and lock in with us on that. You can follow me on social media at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. And lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that is thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See you right if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.